SQ, what's going on? You want to go outside? Yeah, you want to go look at the garden? What do you say we go do that? Guys, it's been a long, dirty evening. I've been mowing down at my park. I'm covered in dust. And I just wanted to show you these dadgum China Jade cucumbers, how big they are. And everybody in my town loves them. I think they are a big hit. I really like them. And I'm going to grow them from now on. But, I mean, when we get out to the viney section here in just a second, I just wanted you to see that we picked all that today. Look again. That is a regular, let me see, backwards. Regular cucumber, right? Look, and here's a little one. I'm just going to grab one. China Jade. I mean, can you see that? 1, 2, 3. It's for sure 3 regular pickling cucumbers. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. 2 and 3. You know, it's 3 and twice as wide. Big hit around here. So I'm giving a big thumbs up for the China Jade. Now, let's go outside and get the July 1st home garden update. Let's check it out. So why not start right out my back door? I've been throwing all my bad tomatoes down here. So I've got all these little volunteers. Most of that is most likely sun gold and yellow pear. But if I get in a bind and I need tomatoes, I mean, those guys are just coming up on their own. Now we're gonna go that way. Okay guys, this is the resting garden. I've got some green beans still going. Getting pretty rough, it's getting hot now. This is a volunteer. You can see I've got some tomatoes on it. And I can tell you it's last year's volunteer blueberry tomatoes, I believe is what they call them. Right now they get that black shoulder on them and they will orange up a little bit and then they go all the way red when they're all the way done. I don't care for them. My wife likes them, so I'm letting the thing grow. All right, let's jump over. I got another volunteer. Everything here, I'm really doing it the lazy way, but this guy's a volunteer. Nothing's getting staked because the land's resting. It's just doing this natural. But you see, it looks pretty healthy considering. So, I've cleared out a bunch of the trash. It's really hairy in here. I chopped all these onions down a minute ago. These are like 3-year-old green onions that I bought from the store and put in the ground. And they're already standing back up and ready to party. Another volunteer. Look how healthy it looks. All my other stuff has run its course that I planted by seed. But it's coming along. Look, another volunteer doing great. Now that volunteer has just about had it. I don't know what happened there, but so be it. You can see the sunflowers are giving up. It's getting too hot. That's my wife's Jane Magnolia. And look at this guy. This dude here, I'm gonna guess it's a celebrity, but it might be a pink Berkeley tie-dye. I don't know. I do see, I'm gonna find out shortly. I'm starting to see a little bit coming out in there. But that dude is just all natural, growing hot and heavy on its own in the resting garden bed. All right, this little planter, I know it looks terrible, y'all. The lettuce has had it. It's reseeded and grown back, and even the little reseeded lettuce is trying to seed. It's just too dadgum hot. I have 2 grapevines. That's what these sticks are right here. Those are grapevines, and they're probably not going to do anything, but I'm giving them a minute to try. Okay? The little bit of strawberries that were in there, they're doing what they can do. This grapevine is hanging on. It's not doing much of anything, but for now it's okay. I need to figure out a good spot for those guys. Now, here's what happened here. I haven't done anything here. This is all of last year's carrots, and it's seeded and come back. So I've got carrots from like last October or something that are just now doing something there. I don't know. So A lot of volunteer junk in there. What I want to do, I'm buying my time, but when fall comes, for sure, by the time fall gets here, I am going to dig all the dirt out of there, put it in my wheelbarrow, and relocate this entire little planter box here back up against that wall. This is a lunchbox pepper, and the plant still looks healthy and looks okay. I've lost most of my old dead leaves that's went through their shock, most of them, but I still haven't got any lunchbox peppers off of it. So who's to say? Got a little volunteer pepper plant. Here are the Carmens here at the house. Carmen pepper is kind of a big pepper, which is cool. And it's also a sweet pepper, which is even better because look at that. That just ticks me off. Oh, dang bugs. But it's something that my family will eat. Both of these varieties are brand new to me, really. I tried that last fall and they were yummy. Had a good sweet flavor. These are brand new to me, and I'm yet to try one. So we'll see what's up. They're getting there. All right, this guy. Okay, I've got banana peppers here. One is supposed to be sweet. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups. One is supposed to be sweet, and the other one is supposed to be hot. That dude is hot. Now, it is planted right next to these guys, the habanero. Over there, I have some bell peppers coming. Okay. Let's see. Right here is the most pitiful looking little jalapeno plant you ever seen. I'm ready to just cut most of this stuff down and see if it won't come on back and branch out with some new stuff. Here is the mammoth jalapeno. It's got a couple on it, but it's only put out about 4 or 5 so far. So the only other thing besides the random green beans growing is my serrano, and the serrano is still putting on peppers. Y'all please excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm very full. Just made some chicken fried steak and a cucumber salad and some au gratin potatoes, and I'm really full. So, let's move on. And we're gonna go over there. Okay, so my wife, this is her, I call it grazing okra. You know how the cows kind of move through the pastures and just kind of graze off of whatever just suits their fancy. Well, I cannot build up any okra if my wife sees this stuff, so I planted these 4 plants just for her, because she likes to come out here and eat them raw. No cooking involved. We also have some cucumbers hiding in there. As you can see, regular pickling cucumbers. And if these China J turn out like I think they're going to, it might be the end of my market more and regular old cucumbers for a minute, because these get hot and get bitter and they're real seedy, but those dadgum China Jade are not like that at all. So, moving on. The yellow pear has grown up and over. I've cut a good 3/4 of this bush down and just thrown it over my back fence. We've had so much rain. Now it's hot right now for the last week, but in the week or 2 before, it's been so much rain that all these are busting. So are the sun gold, but they'll be cracked, and the bug damage and the disease is starting to kind of set in. It won't stop these guys. I've been through a couple years with these, and these are pretty amazing. They pumped out all the way till Christmas one year for me, and so many. I did not know tomatoes could go that long and that full and keep going. But wow, it just took over everything. So they have a good flavor. I don't think they're as good as Sun Gold, but they're a pretty yummy little cherry tomato. And besides the Sun Gold, there isn't another cherry tomato that I found that I care for that much. So let's see what else we got. Here's the Egyptian spinach at home. Looks good and healthy, but it looks younger and not as hardy, and it's actually older than the stuff that's out at the Secret Garden greenhouse. I got a volunteer that has fallen down, and if you'll look here, obviously the critters are eating it up. We'll see what happens with all that business. But this pomegranate tree's hanging in there. Will also be transferred soon. Now, before I go through the little tunnel of love there, we're gonna come check out the greenhouse. So let's check it out. Sunflower coming. I have a, what is that dude called? Giant Marconi. It made one big pepper, and it wasn't enough to really get a good sampling of, so don't get me to line. And I'm not impressed at all. It made the one, and then it just seems to be pootered out. I don't know if it's because it's store-bought plant. Is there something in my soil? Not that I would know of. This is good stuff here, so I don't know. And these guys, more volunteers. Looking at it, it could either be the blueberry, but to be honest with you, I think it's going to be Sun Gold. However, I'm still very curious to see if Sun Gold comes back as something that tastes good or not, because as I understand it, it's a hybrid and the seeds won't be true. All right, now we also have all these carrots going to seed here, and I'm waiting for them. I'm gonna get free carrots this next round. Now, here is some dill. I think dill is pretty. I like the taste of it. I like the smell of it. It's good stuff. There is a Jolene. Needs to get cut out all the way. Now you're starting to see, though, my citrus from last year has really, really grown a lot. Honest to God, that little plant right there, when I got it last year, you can probably go back and look at about probably May of 2023 in my videos. And look at my two citrus trees. There's another one over there. You see it branching way out. That one's really spreading out. But the two of them were probably 2 inches tall. So they've grown a lot in a year or two, and I'm really proud of them. I did a good job. I was scared I was going to kill them. Now, you can look at the leaves, and I want to explain to you the reason these leaves look like this. Okay, look, you see that, how that wipes off? Isn't that crazy? This is my city water, y'all. This is the crap they expect me to drink. Thank God there's filters in my system, but you know, there's so much junk in our water that by the time it comes through the misters up here and sprinkles down, I mean, it coats my tomatoes, everything like that. I have to wash my food with the same damn dirty water and eat that like that. You know, it's frustrating. These are the days we live in. Here's the hilarious part, though. The town that I live in, Junction, Texas, is called the Land of Living Waters. It's like where the North and the South Llano River meet. It's a junction. And that's how my town got its name. They call it the Land of Living Waters. But that right there is not really good for life. Just saying. So just one of those funny little things. Anywho. So the basil's doing good in the back, coming along. You can see, ain't much left on my tomatoes in here. This guy, I've got one or a couple of these German greens. When it's done, I'm done with German green. Didn't make that big of an impression on me. See, I have the other type of basil, Genovese or whatever. It's doing okay down there, and the onion needs pulled up. And here we have a Better Boy plant, still growing up. You can see on each opposite side there's a tomato. So I mean, I got a little something coming off here at the house, and I see flowers up there. So I mean, the Better Boy's doing okay considering. I'm just not willing to keep climbing them across like I did last year. It's just not worth it, man. I'd rather plant new plants and go from there than fight all of this stuff across the top. You know, you can see where I went all the way across the top and back down, and I had 20-foot long tomato plants last year. Just didn't worth it for me. Okay, and this Better Boy's okay. It's got a 1 or 2 on it. Let's see, what is that? That is Jolene. Jolene can hit the door, man. I ain't interested in it no more. Alright, and celebrities do well here in my part of Texas, Central Texas. I'm in the hill country. These guys do good in our heat. They take it well, and they keep producing another celebrity. This one doesn't have anything on it, but it's about to probably. If anything can make in this heat. And look again at the strawberries, y'all. This is what I was talking about at the Secret Garden. I'm gonna cut all these dadgum runners. Can you see how many there are here? I just got runners all over the place. I'll probably cut them up in the morning. I got some dirt out there at the Secret Garden. And I'm full of runners all through here. Just lots and lots of runners. I'm gonna make a bunch of little strawberry plants and see if I can't get a little hooter set up out there at the Secret Garden. That'll work out good for me. All right, and I've got some other pepper plants back here. And I believe some are the Lunchbox and some are the Carmen. I'm not positive what's what. Now, this I thought was a pepper. That does not at all look like a pepper. Could it be an eggplant? I will find out. Okay, that's a pepper. There's another pepper or two to my knowledge back there. We'll see. We'll see. Let's get out of here and go check something else out. All right, and I want to apologize to y'all. If you're a neat and tidy person, this is probably going to kill you. Because here in the real world, you have to prune and do some trimming and cleaning up. And the truth is, I work for a living, man, and I'm tired. And when I come home, I cook supper, and it's 7 or 8 o'clock sometimes before I get done with everything. But even though it's messy, I'm still putting out. Look, I showed you all that stuff on my oven. Look how many more's out here right now. Look, there's another one back there. 2, 3. You know, these guys are kind of amazing to me. They just really getting after it, okay? And the cool thing is that even after sharing with my friends and neighbors, it just keeps coming, okay? And you can see that's a cantaloupe. I got cantaloupe mixing in down here. If they don't smother one another out, we'll see what happens. I had several of those little guys. I should have another bigger one. I don't know if my grandson maybe got a hold of it or bugs ate it. And you see another cucumber right there, but scoot back. My little arch is really filling out here. Really filling out. Crazy. Those dadgum cucumbers, man. I need to become a cucumber salesman. And this down here, I think I told y'all before, but that is actually a birdhouse gourd. And it's growing up in the middle of all this stuff. So I may have some birdhouse gourds coming, and that's for my grandkids. All of them are gonna make a birdhouse hang around here. You can see, like I said, I've been cleaning. Y'all, it's a mess, I know. Chopping stuff up, but I have not got it all took care of yet. There's one of the remnants of the pink Berkeley tie-dye, and there's some more celebrities back there about done, but I've knocked all this stuff down and back pretty hard. Back in the back there, you can see the asparagus looks amazing. I mean, that looks like Cousin It, plant style. Awesome. So next year I get to eat it all too, man. I've been waiting so, I've been doing such a good job. I'm so proud of myself because I like asparagus and I wanted to eat it, but they say wait 3 or 4 years before you start messing with it. Well, guess what? Next year is the year I can get into it. This is my Mexican squash, y'all. Look, that's it going all the way down the entire garden bed. Now you can look right here. The boards you see are 8 footers, okay? So I have 1, okay, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 8-footers, so that tells you 24, 25 feet. And look, this is that same damn squash way down here. Is that not unbelievable? Look at that thing bob and weave through there, smothering out figs everywhere, smothering out the cenizo bush. Back there is parsley. It's still somehow kind of going. And there's some little herbs down in there. And I'm waiting. I still have not seen a single squash on there. I don't know anything about this dadgum thing, and I don't want to cut it all down. I could, but I'm very curious. It's actually shading out, keeping the grass from getting too thick on things I don't want around here. So that right there is my calabacita mexicana. That's the Mexican squash, and it is pretty dadgum amazing. Okay, so cantaloupe still growing out from here. My watermelon is taking over on this side. You can see it. Got the old sunflower looking for the sun. Okay, the peach tree's doing okay. This peach tree, it's alive. Don't get me to lie. I still haven't seen any watermelons in there. I'm sure they're coming if they're not there already. I just haven't fished through there real thoroughly. I cut all the comfrey down in here again. That's 4 times in this year. I don't know how many times you're supposed to, but look, it's already coming back. The same thing is happening right there. I know you can't even tell, but that little bunch right there, that is a huge pile of comfrey before. And even though I cut it down and I use it like mulch, you see it all piled around my peppers right there. More lunchbox or Carmen's. Same over here. These I actually put a stake in, and I was nice and put a cage around, but that comfrey's something else too, y'all. Comfrey's good stuff. Okay, we're actually gonna go back here and peek. So let's go check it out. All right, this zucchini is done for. There's one on it, and to be honest with you, it's probably gonna rot and die. Might as well just cut the dang thing up. And what happened here, it wasn't bugs or anything. The wind kept blowing and knocking the cage that it's in over, and I think it just broke the vine down there. The same thing happened to one that was here, and I already tossed it, and I scooted this one over further to my left to try to space it out a little bit from this guy, because this one wants to take over the world over here. So I have 2 yellow squash plants doing well. My zucchini, can't say the same thing for it, but I mean, you can tell this particular squash plant is just fine. Lots of blossoms. I got squash showing everywhere. It's healthy, and it hasn't gotten knocked over yet. So squash is doing good. Zucchini here at the house is done, but I started those new ones out there at the secret garden, and some of them are coming here. Now let's finish this thing off. We're gonna head that way. All right, I don't know if you guys remember, there's a lot of tomato plants here, and it was a nasty mess. Look right there. I need to add some stuff in here, fill in some dirt, and get some more mulch and stuff. But I mean, the tomato plants are done for. It's time to just cut the rest of it down. Here's all of Ason's corn, and we did have a little bit growing on it. It's kind of pathetic, but still, we made a big deal out of it for him and bragged on him how good he did. See, I got a couple little chunks of basil piled up in there. The opalka, I got my first one today in the house. I haven't done anything with it yet. May have to taste test that guy, but they are still doing okay, and they actually look pretty healthy. So while everything else got cut down, the Amish paste does not work here for absolute certain. But I'm kind of thinking these Opelka may be okay. You know, let's see if I can give you an honest idea how big that is. I find all these paste tomatoes small, but it isn't no smaller than a Roma I would buy at the store here. So, you know, I'm gonna say that's probably 3 inch. It's 3 inches long and probably 2 inches around. But if it tastes good and it keeps going, I may choose next year to plant it at this time for a fall harvest, because it seems to be doing much better now than it did early on in the year. But the Amish paste is a no-go from here on out. You can see that sun gold in the corner is getting up there. Maybe my neighbor will even get some. He's always peeking over the fence waiting for naked gardening day. You know how some of these guys are. All right, and that's a fig tree right there that we bought from Travis over there at Lazy Dog Farms. We're giving it a shot. Brown turkey fig. So we'll see how that guy comes. It's still healthy, doing good. We'll move on from there. But this once full area is pretty empty. I got lots more cleaning to do, y'all. And I'm gonna get it cleaned up. But that's my home garden update here for July the 1st. And I'll have another one probably in about 2 weeks maybe. Who knows? I don't know if anything will be happening here or not, to be honest with you. But I'm working at it. So y'all come back and see me.